Hey guys, welcome back to Fair Iron and Customs. I'm Michael, and I hope everyone is having a great day. So it is Wednesday, and that leaves us time for one more WTF Wednesday before the end of FebUdaily. Subject today is not really a WTF; it's more of a talking about the experience that I've had over the last few days with what's been going on with my electrical. On Saturday, we had, I noticed when you started up the microwave that the electrical would drop out and the microwave would go dim and blink out. And I thought, because I went into the laundry room and started flipping breakers to see if the breaker was the problem, because I mean, it's potential a breaker gets weak, it won't hold, it might burn the contacts out. And we ask a lot of that breaker that the microwave is on anyway, because we have the microwave and the coffee pot on it, and it will tend to blow that breaker every once in a while, especially if you have something else that's drawing a lot of power off of it. But it didn't come back until I actually flipped the main power breaker for the house, the 200 amp breaker. I turned it off and on, and it come back. So I was thinking there was a problem with the main breaker. So I got on the phone and talked to a buddy of mine that works for the power company, or works for one of the light line crews, and to see if he knew anybody that was an electrician that could take a look at it. And he didn't know anybody. And anyway, it pretty much went throughout the day, and I finally got up with a gentleman over in Goldsboro that actually has a business working on. And he said, first thing you need to do is call the power company, because it may be something on their end. It may be the pole transformer, something internal in it going out. You may have a neutral problem with something on their side, or you may have a problem with the socket, with the meter, or even the meter itself. So I called the power company, and the power company got out here and determined that it was the meter socket, was one of the hot legs on the meter socket was loose and couldn't be tightened. So we had to get the electrician out here to fix it anyway. So that was Saturday night. We got the electric company out today to fix it. They got it fixed up, and it's, we got our electric back, and it's working like it's supposed to. And, so far as we know, all is good with the world. No angry pixies going anywhere they're not supposed to go. I had broke out the meter, and I was going to show y'all how to check it. And guys, there's some things that I will show y'all, but messing around with line voltage and stuff in the house is not one of them. So I will tell you this: I had pulled the breaker panel cover off, and I was able to check the two lines coming into the house and see that one line was dropping out, and the other line was holding voltage. So we knew there was a problem before the power company showed up. The thing that I want y'all to take away from this video is if you have an issue where like your power's blinking in and out, and my first thought was it's a problem in the breaker panel. There's no way it's something wrong with the power company. Go ahead and call the power company, because like I know in the United States, all that stuff is covered under the electric bill. So, they won't charge you anything to come out and check it. And when the guy came out and checked it, we already knew what was wrong with it. And when I got on the phone this morning with the guy at the electric company, all he had to do was send a crew to fix it. So anyway, that's it, guys. I mean, it's kind of a serious subject, but like I said, be careful, especially if you start having power issues in your home. You know, keep an eye on things like um, keep an eye on things like the hoses going to your washing machine. Like if you're going to go out of town, I always try to remember to turn the washing machine, the water going to the washing machine off. I've had relatives that have come back to a flooded house. So something else, like just, you know, be careful in your normal everyday life. We always talk about safety in the shop, putting on your safety glasses. I've been gotten on a little bit about my not wearing a welding helmet, and we should probably wear the correct, you know, welding helmet, a smock, gloves, whatever. But be careful in your normal everyday life too, because, you know, those things that happen, like if you had to replace the floor in your house, and even if your insurance covered most of it, you still got to come up with part of it. And, you probably could have fixed it for less than $10. That eats into your fun for working and your fun stuff in the garage. So, anyway, guys, y'all have a great day. Tomorrow we're going to get in here and we are going to get the bolts out of this cab. Hopefully we'll get the cab off. I may let the cab sit outside for a day or two. I need to build I will need to build a table to put it on. I want to get it. I haven't really in my mind set how I want to build the table. I just know that I want the cab sitting about, you know, 3 foot off the ground, high enough that I can get under it and work on the floor, sitting on a creeper or a dolly or whatever. I mean, a little small stool, get under there and, do the grinding and cutting and building panels and stuff that I need to build. So that's coming up in the next few days. And that's going to probably round out February this year. We are running out of February quick. Anyway, but with that being said, I'm going to try to continue on into March. If I do not completely burn out between now and then. But I mean, I love the amount of work we're getting knocked out on the truck. I know it's not as fast as some of the other channels, but you know what? We're getting there for me. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.